My name is Kyle Manning. My name is Kyle Manning. Yeah, that's my name. My name is Kyle Manning. I'm 45 years old. I live in Iwate, Japan. I work for myself. I teach English out of my apartment. I teach English as a second language to Japanese people. Anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because I just started a new diet. I don't like to call it a diet, but anyway, it's the Ketogenics Diet. Maybe you've heard of it. The Ketogenics Diet is a way of eating that converts your body's main source of energy from glucose to ketones. So maybe you've heard of the process of ketosis. Ketosis is where your body draws from your fat source to convert that into ketones. Now, to create a basic comparison, or to give a little bit more illustration, most people are adapted to a carbohydrate-based energy diet. Carbohydrates are a form of energy. They're a quicker form of energy. It means when you eat carbohydrates, sugar, for example, you take it in, it goes into your bloodstream, your insulin raises, it alerts your cells that energy is available, and it takes in that energy. The problem is with glucose or a carbohydrate-based diet is that excess calories, excess carbs, and glucose get stored as fat, amongst several other problems that could arise from that. But as far as people who are concerned about weight or fat, carbohydrates have been known to be a problem for a long time. If you ask any bodybuilder, they'll let you know that when they're in the season of gaining weight, they're going to eat a lot of carbohydrates. When they're trying to strip down, they cut the carbohydrates out like it's a disease. Okay? So, and to some degree, it kind of is a disease. Carbohydrates cause a lot of issues. So anyway, our liver stores a lot of these carbohydrates in this glucose energy pool. And our muscles also store a lot of this energy as well. However, when you exercise, you walk, you talk, you sleep, anything you do when you live, you use up that glucose energy. When it's gone, you still need energy. Where are you going to get that energy from? Well, there's two sources, either your fat or your muscles. And there's some probably other in-betweens that, I'm not getting into all the details, but those are your two basic sources, your muscle or your fat. And your fat is not the primary source of where your body wants to take it from. Your body wants to take it from your muscle. Your muscle is converted down into its basic proteins and into sugars and into your blood system, and you've got this energy now. Now, fat will also be taken, but the problem is muscle will be converted to energy as well. This is not a good thing. So, what do you do about that? One desirable effect is to be able to have an energy source that doesn't affect your muscle. You don't want your muscle to be affected. You don't want it to be converted into energy. And bodybuilders are particularly interested in this particular effect. There are some bodybuilders that are on the ketogenic way of eating, But in a nutshell, ketogenics says let's lower the carbohydrate intake to near zero. There's a little room left in there. About 5% of your diet, your daily intake, is acceptable for carbohydrate intake. Now, if you're familiar with the Atkins diet, you may say, well, this sounds a lot like that. It's just a low-carb diet. But Atkins kind of took on the name of not only low carb, but high protein. Ketogenics says, no, actually, not high protein, low protein, or some say moderate protein. So you have to keep your proteins within about, somewhere between 20 and 30% of your daily intake as well, because proteins, if they go above and beyond a certain threshold, they will be converted into sugars, and basically you're in a carb diet. What you want to do is you want to create a system that allows your body to convert from expecting carbohydrates as an energy source to expecting fat as an energy source. And it's very easy to do. It takes a little bit of time. There's a little bit of a window of discomfort that you may have to go through. And the way you do that is you lower your carbs down to about 5%. You lower your proteins down to about, let's say 20% to 25% of your daily intake. And the rest would be anywhere from 65 to 80% fat. Pure fat. Animal fat. Not trans fat. Trans fat you want to stay away from. Any kind of fat that's been produced by companies like peanut butter, that kind of, you don't want that kind of fat. You want animal fat, lard, chicken fat, beef fat, vegetable oils, anything that is a pure fat. So I went on this diet. I don't know that I would say I went on it, but I just ran into it actually about 4 days ago, and I'm very well overweight. I'll just show you. I'm overweight. Okay, I mean you can kind of tell. I'm a Manning fan, by the way, but I'm overweight. I'm just right at 6 feet tall. I was about 116 kilograms yesterday. That's somewhere in the 250 pound range. That's not a good weight. My weight when I was in the service, I was in the Marine Corps. I weighed about 180 pounds. Okay, so we're talking about a 70 pound difference between then and now. So yesterday I was about 116 kilograms. That's about 250 pounds. Because I live in Japan. So everything is in kilograms. I actually forget all the translations between kilograms and pounds, but I did look it up so I could do this video for you. About 4 days ago, I found this information about ketogenics dieting. I've done the Atkins diet before, and I thought immediately, yes, it does sound like that, until I was corrected by watching this material. And I discovered that, okay, all right, high fat. That's the issue, high fat. So I looked around in my kitchen. I said, I got a bunch of eggs here. I've got some olive oil. I've got some things. I scrambled up about 4 eggs. I think it was on that particular day. And began to douse it with oil and ate it. I was stuffed. I was really stuffed. I was stuffed. I couldn't eat for hours. As a matter of fact, even this morning, I cooked up about 5 scrambled eggs, put some butter on it. I used lard in the pan, the frying pan. I put some lard in the frying pan. I melted that. I put the eggs in there. I put a thing of butter on top of that. I put it into a bowl and I doused it with some more sesame seed oil. Just, a huge amount of fat. I mean, I'm getting really comfortable with using the word fat now. I love it. But the most interesting thing about it is the hunger control. I'm the kind of guy that I mean, you see, I'm a big guy, and when I say big, I mean I'm fat. I'm not a skinny fat. I'm kind of a a little bit muscular fat, but overall fat. I'm about probably in the 35 to 40% fat range for my body. So the hunger control was the main thing that really got me connected. I was like, wow, I am not hungry. So I kept doing this. I called a friend of mine who lives in Morioka, Adam, and I started talking to him about this. Now, he's actually kind of your thinner, muscular type. He doesn't really need to lose weight, but he's got other issues, some lower back pain and whatever. A lot of our body's problems are caused from inflammation that this diet can actually help. It can assist. When you get rid of a high carb diet, reduce your proteins, increase your fats. So I'm talking about healthy fats. A lot of your issues, including cancer. Cancer feeds off of glucose. If your body doesn't have glucose to feed it, well, you're basically going to lose cancer. So bye-bye to cancer. So yesterday I weighed 116 kilograms. This morning I woke up and I went and I did my morning wee and I took off my clothes and I stood on the scale just like I normally would, and I was about 114.4 kilograms. I lost in 24-hour period about a kilogram. Now I'm not saying that that's going to be your normal weight loss percentages on a daily basis. But what was interesting was I started this about 4 days ago. I started trying this about 4 days ago, and then all of a sudden yesterday, boom, the weight just dropped off. And I really just eat almost pure fat. I even had some zero carb beer. I had some zero carb alcohol to go with that. And I don't recommend alcohol. If you don't drink alcohol, don't drink it. But I just happen to have been doing it. I'm kind of in that middle phase of how serious am I going to take this diet. But anyway, I lost over a kilogram. So there was that benefit. There was the hunger control benefit for me, and the mood control. My mood has just been really even keel, not really anxious about anything, not really overly excited, happy, just nice and even keel of energy. So I really am excited about this way of living, this style of reconditioning our bodies, but at the same time our understanding. We've been brainwashed into thinking that carbohydrates are very important, and that but more importantly, we've been brainwashed into thinking that fats are destructive in our lives, whereas the opposite couldn't be more sure. Fats are very important. Fats do not get stored as fat. When you take in extra carbohydrates that you can't use, they get stored as fat. But when you take in fat and your body gets adapted to using fat, your whole body becomes an energy store. I mean, an energy source. So it's no longer depending just on your liver and your muscle retention of glucose. It's got your whole body of fat available. So people on this diet lose weight so quickly. If you're wanting to lose weight, if you have an illness, a disease of some kind, especially a nerve related disease, it could be something such as Alzheimer's, or something that's based on the nervous system, or cancer, This diet has been known to be very effective for many people in those conditions. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. The truth is, I don't put my faith in any medical doctors to begin with. But nothing against them. But I'm actually out there for the truth. I'm not out there for a drug, except for a little alcohol sometimes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave your comments down below. If you've had any experience with the keto diet, I would really like to hear about it. And let's keep a dialogue going. All right. See you later. Bye.